Christmas. It's a little holiday. You might have heard of it. What do you get when you mix Christmas with a Halloween-based town, and the leader of which town gets bored of Halloween and wants to take over Christmas? You get Witchmas. And I guess The Nightmare Before Christmas too. If you don't know Witchmas, you can't be helped and you should be put to death. However, a lot of you probably don't know Witchmas because it got a 2.8 on IMDb, and it does have one 10-star rating, presumably by the person that made it. Every time a movie gets professionally produced, there's always a businessman hiding in the shadows, waiting for that movie to do well enough for him to then take up the IP and make something similar and sell it in places like Dollar General, or the Dollar Tree, or that $5 bin at Walmart. To be honest, it's like the $50 bin at this point because the prices. Let me introduce you to some characters real quick. We have some good ones, such as Waffle, who is basically a booger that is only useful for like the first 2 scenes of the movie when he's talking to Selma, the witch, and she's saying that she's bored of Halloween. Then he goes to tell this other character named Candy Cane, and then Wait, come to think of it, I don't know why this character is named Candy Cane. He's not associated with Christmas in any way. This is Halloween Land, and as you'll see later, these two places can't mix very well. We also have Cheer, the Christmas elf, and then we have Patrick, who is just a leprechaun, which is Irish font for elf. And this character is just Irish stereotypes.
No worries, laddie.
So the movie begins with Waffle. I'll say again. Waffle talking to Selma.
Soon it will be Halloween.
Waffle, I'm bored by it.
I feel like it goes without saying, but Selma would be like Jack Skellington in this scenario. Where Jack Skellington, he's a skeleton. Selma, witch.
Utterly uninterested in the same old annual routine of frightening people in the real world. It's become predictable. I've become disenchanted.
Halloween. I'm not doing that shit anymore. I don't feel like doing it anymore. And Waffle cries about this and goes to tell Candy Cane. We have Candy Cane, who is a citizen of Halloween Land, by the way. Not to be confused with Halloween Town. Jack Skellington has a small town. Selma the witch has Halloween, all of the land. Take that, Jack Skellington.
Oh, I don't even know how to say this.
Out with it, gnome!
It's Selma!
Oh, Selma! You mean our Selma? The Wicked Witch of the Beyond, Selma?
The one and only.
No!
Yes!
But Selma practically is Halloween. It virtually made her image. How could she?
She's grown bored.
And Candy Cane just lies.
Well, in my experience, a little eye of newt always adds a dash of spice to any boiling cauldron.
Really?
Oh, I don't know. I don't cast spells.
Yeah, I'm also not at all haunted by the visuals or the voice acting or all of the random gross noises and coughs that come out of Selma while she talks during this movie. And I am really amazed by the animation. It kind of feels like it was made in like, you know that one thing that you use in class on these computers when you're in like 5th grade and you have to just mess with animation for some reason? Why did our teachers all make us fuck with animation on Macs that were made in 2010?
Oh, looks like the town's getting ready for the holiday season, Patrick. That crackle in the air's unmistakable.
Aye, the crackle and pop, my boy. What say you and me take a little hike? A soul-searching stroll, if you will.
It's kinda close to Christmas for me to be wandering off, Patrick. I don't think Santa would like that very much.
Cheer is basically a slave along with every other elf.
You're entitled to a little fun now and then.
That's just it, Patrick. I'm not.
Except elves like it, I guess, so that makes it okay, I think. Cheer says, I have stuff to do, I should probably get back, and Patrick says, no, we're going for a walk, or you're a pussy. While going on their walk, they end up on Halloween land soil, and global tensions rise.
Elf and a leprechaun have entered my reign from the land of light and cheer.
An elf and a leprechaun?
Onward, all ghosts, goblins, and ghouls should be on high alert.
Now that the two are on Halloween land soil, the only way for them to get home at this point is to then go to Selma.
Every road you take will only lead you right to her. Whether you like it or not. You're in the land of witchery now, and there's no going back unless she grants it.
Well, we'll just have to get the old girl to grant it then.
They can't just turn around, I guess, according to the mushrooms for some reason. So the plot is set up. For the rest of the movie, Patrick and Cheer are going to spend all of their time trying to get to Selma so they can get home. It should be a good adventure. Except they run into Selma like 2 minutes later. Then they brag about how much better Christmas is to Selma.
Christmas is the most amazing holiday in the whole wide world.
Better than Halloween?
Oh, much better than Halloween.
Santa's been at it a long time.
They're literally flexing Christmas on the Halloween... The Halloween witch themselves. And then Selma makes what I think is a threat to Santa.
Off, ma'am.
Never, you say?
He takes his role seriously. Someone would have to forcibly remove him and take his place.
Maybe it's time somebody did just that.
The Elf Recon team's headed out.
Elf Recon team. Let me introduce you to the Elf Recon team. Jingle, Tingle, and Bingle. I think Santa also has way too much trust in not only the Elf Recon team, but all elves that Santa owns? Because he says himself while talking to Rudolph, surely they wouldn't just wander into Halloween Land and get trapped just like Cheer did. But that's exactly what they do. And they run into Selma's sister, which is a tree, naturally.
I'm Woodindra the sorceress.
Whoa! I didn't sign on to fight any sorceresses. Shush, Bingle. Who said anything about fighting?
Not me. Nor have I.
So, you're a good witch?
As I said, I'm a sorceress. There's a distinction.
Right. We're sorry to disturb you, Woodindra. We weren't even planning on visiting Halloween Land, but...
Nobody ever does, Elf.
Why was there so much venom in her voice when she said the word elf? Selma's sister speaks to the elves. Almost feels racist in a way. I can't describe how I feel about that.
Do you happen to know which direction Cheer went?
I do not. But would you like me to cast a reunion spell that will connect you four at once?
A reunion spell?
Hold still.
I don't see Cheer any place, you guys.
There's a lot of movies out there that you watch that you wish weren't musicals, like High School Musical. However, this is one of those ones that I really wish was a musical. Also, why don't more elves get trapped here? Like, they're acting like this is a first-time issue. However, we now have 4 elves that are trapped in Halloween Land, and it only took simply walking there. And not only walking there, but it was like a 5-minute walk. Like, it didn't, like, this entire movie is just a 30-minute sequence of events. Like, this is an afternoon. So Selma's tree sister talks to the elves and says she can teleport them to Cheer, except she just teleports them to a big hill and then calls Selma and says, hey, I just lied to a few losers. You're welcome. And then that was like that was it of that. They're on the hill now.
I don't see Cheer any place, you guys.
Me neither. Maybe he's in the bushes or something. Yeah, maybe. Or maybe we've been tricked.
Tricked?
We bought that sorceress's story hook, line, and sinker.
Elves in search of their stray brother.
You don't say.
I do, but never fear. I thwarted their effort and dispatched them with a roaming spell.
At this point, Selma is getting really hyped about stealing Christmas, and now she's officially telling people about it, and then they show what Dracula looks like.
I'm going to turn Christmas into an amazing new holiday.
Don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure these are just like pre-rendered models that come with whatever program they're using, which I'm pretty sure, again, is just whatever we all used on those Macs back then. But what the fuck? Remember the elf that I mentioned earlier who got kicked out of the North Pole? Well, he's green. He's getting super, like, way more worked up than Selma even is about this.
I got an axe to grind, and if there's an attack on Christmas, this grumpy elf wants in.
Then this monster dances, and the quality's too low to see it, but I'm pretty sure he's breaking it down fucking hard. Because this monster dances and he's too goofy, this elf just, like, calls him stupid. So I feel like I just need to regroup the story so far, because it's like, it's really confusing. We have Selma, the witch, who is hyped because she wants to steal Christmas. Then we have the green elf, who's also hyped with Selma, who's also like talking to Candy Cane and this stupid pumpkin guy. Cheer and Patrick are still lost and haven't appeared for a long time. Then we have SEAL Team Elf, who are on a hill. They're the only characters that matter at this point. Finally, Patrick and Cheer come back, and they've been wandering for a while and end up finding a rock, which is super rare to find. It's called the Blarney Stone, and they just find it out of nowhere, and it grants wishes. They don't really explain what the Blarney Stone actually does. However, you have to kiss it to make it do the thing that you want it to do. She didn't explain what it was. As I said, Selma is also getting really hyped about stealing Christmas.
Going to turn Christmas into an amazing new holiday. One with spooks and frights. Ghosts, ghouls, and things that go bump in the night.
And at this point, she has decided it's going to be called Witchmas because she's a witch, which now I'm realizing is a little bit rude because I feel like she's like she's the only witch that's popped up, right? So why is it just Witchmas? She hasn't explained what Witchmas is. So far, she just keeps describing things like there's gonna be spiders and it's gonna be dirty. Witchmas is just Halloween, but 2 months later. Elf Recon team end up finding a rock, and this rock leads them to be able to video chat with Selma pretty much. And so they call Selma, and
A witch as strikingly beautiful as yourself should know better than anyone. You can attract more bees with honey than with vinegar.
What? Did you just call me beautiful?
So what if I did? You heard what my brother Bingle said, but I didn't get the
and then she says, "Good luck getting home. Thank you for calling me cute." Selma still very much intends to steal Christmas, don't worry. But now she is just blushing because some elves called her cute. Maybe they'll have babies. Can that happen? Wait.
Stand. You rule Halloween land and everyone and everything in it. We won't accept defeat. You will be avenged.
Even though she let the elves go, she still wants Halloween Town. 50 minutes into this 1 hour long movie, she declares she will be taking Halloween Land and making it Christmas.
Revenge! Come up and Witchmas!
Can't wait.
But then, like 1 minute later, the other characters just kind of say they're too lazy to do so.
Selma's got a thirst for vengeance, and we're going into the North Pole and...
I got a thirst for eggnog. Oh, I'm parched.
Me too. My mouth is as dry as the desert of my youth.
But what about Witchmas, you guys?
So now that's not the whole vengeance thing is just off. Is there a sequel or what?
Selma will be delighted if we wished her a Merry Witchmas.
That made no sense.
Will there be eggnog?
Was that a joke? I think that was a joke. That wasn't funny. So the credits are also like 1 minute long. I don't know what to take away from this movie. It was a really good movie. I liked the lesson that they teach you about peer pressure, because if Cheer was never peer pressured by Patrick, this whole movie wouldn't have happened, and it would have saved us all a good hour of our life, I think. I think that's the lesson I got from this movie. That's a good lesson they're gonna be learning. I wish it was a musical a little bit, and I do wish there was war. I was promised war, I was promised bloodshed, I didn't get bloodshed. What the fuck, Selma? If you enjoyed watching me talk about this movie and feel uncomfortable, I don't know, just give me another movie to watch. I'm just gonna go watch the original Nightmare Before Christmas, because that one at least has missiles in it or something.